Good morning, student.
Good morning, sir.
You know very well that what is the importance of childhood in our life. It is said that childhood is the best stage in the life of human beings. But at the same time, everyone has got a kind of particular or specific experience, childhood experience. And sometimes childhood experiences are deeply rooted in our mind. Especially the experience is related with our fear or phobia. It takes time to go out that fear from our mind. And I know that everybody gets such type of experiences. So, dear student, today we are going to learn a lesson in which the writer has told his childhood experience is fear of water. And the title of today's lesson is Deep Water. And the writer is William Douglas. William Douglas. In this lesson, Deep Water, William Douglas has shared his one of the childhood experience. When he was a child, fear regarding water had been deeply rooted in the mind of the writer, and that fear continued with him when he also became adult and young. Then he tried to dissolve that fear by the means of various things that we will learn in this lesson. So let us see. Let us get some information about the writer. William Douglas, he was born in 1898 and died in 1980. Was born in Maine. After graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English and Economics, he spent 2 years teaching high school in Yakima. After getting education, first of all, he joined the profession of teaching and he taught for 2 years in one of the school in Yakima. However, he got tired of this and decided to pursue a legal career. But after teaching 2 years, he got bored of it, and that's why he decided to follow his legal career. He met Franklin D. Roosevelt at Yale and became an advisor and friend to the president. Douglas was a leading advocate of individual rights. He retired in 1975 with a term lasting 36 years and remains the longest serving justice in the history of the court. In his life, he became the judge, and he was one of the judges whose term was the longest one in the history of the justice. Quote: the following excerpt is taken from Of Men and Mountains by William O. Douglas. It reveals how a young boy, William Douglas, nearly drowned in swimming pool. So this lesson has been taken from his autobiography, and the name of his autobiography is, what is the name of his autobiography? Of Men and Mountains. From this autobiography, this lesson has been taken, and in this lesson, he has told about his childhood fear of water, swimming pool. In this essay, he talks about his fear of water and thereafter how he finally overcame it. In this lesson, he has told us about his fear of water and how did he come out of that fear of water. That is what he has been told in this lesson. Notice how the autobiographical part of the selection is used to support his discussion of fear. So, since the lesson is about childhood fear, and as I have already told you that we get such type of experiences in our childhood life. So I just want to share, one of you would share his or her experience with the whole class. What was her or his experience? Who will tell the experience? Please stand up. Maitri.
It was happened when I was only 6. I was trying to learn swimming from my cousin brother at Kakrapar, Tapi. At that time, I was so small, so I liked to learn so many things. At that place, there are total 2 pools. One of them was smaller and the other one was the larger one. Smaller one was 1 to 2 feet deep, or it is for the children, and the larger one is for the adult, and which is 3 to 9 feet deep. My brother told me that it is easy to learn swimming, so I got ready to learn swimming. We went there to that place. It's 2:30 p.m. We went to that place. My brother said me go to the smaller one and you may try it. I went to the swimming pool. I was able to swim in starting, but after it I was starting drown in the pool. My brother saved me at the right time. After it I got a fear of water. After that I never tried to swim again. After so many years, about 4 to 5 years, my friend and me was again going to the same place. My friend loves to swim, but I don't. My friend asked me to come with me, but I told her to not to go there. My friend requested. Then I read it. My friend also said that she will tell and she will explain how to swim and help me to learn swimming. I got ready and tell her to help me. Then I tried first. She explained me how to do it, and then she helped me to learn swimming. After this experience, I have no fear of water and I will able to swim. Thank you.
Very good, Maitri. Give a big hand to Maitri. She is a bird. She has shared her experience, childhood experience when she tried to learn swimming. And what was her experience and how did she come out of that fear or experience? That is what she has been shared. There would be someone others who want to share his or her experience. Okay, Pratibha Baria, stand up.
Since ages, it has been believed that ghosts are something to be dreaded. When I was 14 years old, I had fear of ghosts. I can't even sleep because of fear. Once I was coming home, far off place, I went to cross a forest. While crossing the forest, I just stuck in the thoughts of ghosts. And suddenly I amazed when I saw a building. I was tired, so I thought to take a rest in that building. But when I opened the door, I found nobody living there. But room seemed pretty and unusual. Soon I saw ghosts appearing before me. For a few seconds, I felt my blood frozen. But I gathered up courage and dashed into them. The sight was appropriate. That there came a human voice from the ghost. It took me no time to recognize that they are my friends. Later I came to know that my friends planned to terrify me this way. This is how I overcame my fear of ghosts. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Give big hand to Pratibha for her interesting childhood experience. She has told you about her fear of ghosts. Actually, when we are in the childhood, generally we have such type of experiences. We generally have fear regarding ghosts. Actually, there is no identity of ghost. There is no ghost in this world. Is there any ghost in this world? Ghost, spirit? No. It is just imaginary. It is the matter of our mind. But whatever it is, everybody might have gone through such type of experience when you were in your childhood. So these two experiences, these two students have shared. And second thing, how many of you know how to swim? Raise your hand. One, one, two, three, four, five. Only five students and six. Only 6 out of 28 know how to swim. Actually, swimming is a best kind of exercise. I also know how to swim. I have also the experience of swimming and drowning. So, those who are trying to learn swim, he or she gets such type of experiences. That is common. So, let us begin our lesson, deep water. It had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. William Douglas says that he is sharing his experience when he was only 10 or 11 years old. I had decided to learn to swim. At that time, he decided to learn to swim. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima that offered exactly the opportunity. The place where he was living, Yakima. At that place, there was one swimming pool. And what was the name of that swimming pool? YMCA swimming pool. And he thought that that is the best place to learn how to swim. The Yakima River was treacherous. Mother continually warned against it. There was one Yakima River. But that river was very treacherous. It was very dangerous. And his mother, William Douglas' mother, used to tell or used to warn William Douglas about the treacherous or dangerous nature of that river. Mother continually warned against it and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning in the river, because every year there were some drownings in that river. And his mother cares you, okay, and that's why William Douglas' mother always remind him how many drownings had been happened in that river. But the YMCA pool was safe. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other. But William Douglas thought that okay, Yakima River is very dangerous or treacherous, but YMCA swimming pool is very safe, because at the shallow end it was only 2 to 3 feet deep, and at the other end it was only 9 feet deep. And that's why William Douglas thought that YMCA swimming pool. What is the name of swimming pool? YMCA. YMCA swimming pool is safe for learning how to swim. And while it was 9 feet deep at the other, the drop was gradual. I got a pair of water wings and went to the pool. So when he decided to learn swimming pool, and when he went to YMCA swimming pool, he got a pair of water wings. And with that pair of water wings, William Douglas entered into the swimming pool. Went to the pool. I hated to walk naked into it and show my skinny legs. You know that if you want to swim, you have to take out your clothes. Okay? But William Douglas did not like it. He just had to take out his cloth because he was very skinny. Skinny means what? He was very thin. And that's why he did not like to show his skinny body to the others. And that's why he had the idea to take off his clothes. But I subdued my pride and did it. But he subdued his pride, and he did it. He take out his clothes to enter into the swimming pool. Now, in this way, when he decided at the age of 10 or 11 to learn to swim, he went to YMCA swimming pool Although he did not like to take out his clothes, but he did because he wanted to learn to speak. Once again, I would like to ask you now who will share his childhood experience. Mohit, stand up.
In childhood, I was extremely afraid of dark when the light went out. Everything and every shadow appeared to me as monster or terrible thing. My parents explained to me every day that these were not monster. I understood my parents, but I could not stop feeling fear. Only one day, my uncle came to visit me. He famous for his courage and gone on many journeys of adventure. He asked me that I will tell you a secret. It was some blind children who taught me how to be brave. They can't have eyes, so if they had never discovered the secret of how not to be afraid of the dark, they would be forever frightened. I asked him to ask that secret. My uncle said, of course, the secret is change your eyes. Since blind children can't see, their hand are their eyes. You have to conquer your fear, shut your eyes and open eyes of your hands. And that night I tried that method, light off. Once again I was afraid of dark. I see a shadow of the monster on table having long hair. I gathered some courage and stand up from my bed and see what it is by touching it. It was table fan. From that, it was table fan on which cloth is. From that day, my fear was gone.
Okay, thank you, Mohit. Sit down. Give big hand to Mohit for his story, for his experience. Dear student, he has shared his childhood experience which was related with the darkness. And this is the common experience. Generally, when we are in childhood, we have a kind of fear for darkness. If we are all alone in a house, in a room, and suddenly it is switched off, and when it is dark, generally we get scared. Okay, because generally in childhood there is fear of darkness. Okay, so I hope that such type of experience like Mohit, you might have experienced such type of experiences. Let us continue our lesson. From the beginning, however, I had an aversion. Aversion means hate. Aversion means what? Hate. I had an aversion to the water when I was in it. Since the beginning, since in childhood, William Douglas had a kind of aversion or a kind of hate for the water. Whenever he would enter into the water, there would come a kind of aversion or hate in his mind. This started when I was 3 or 4 years old and father took me to the beach in California. When did this aversion started or the feeling of hatred started in the mind of William Douglas? Only when he was only 3 or 4 years old, when his father had been taken him to the California beach. What happened there? He and I stood together in the surf. I hung on to him. The waves knocked me down and swept over me. I was buried in water. My breath gone. When they went to the California beach, he was they were standing in the water, shallow water. Suddenly there came a huge wave, and that huge wave hit the narrator William Douglas, and he was buried under the water of that wave. He was totally frightened. My breath was gone. When he was buried under the water of the wave, he was not able to breathe properly. His breath had been gone. He was totally buried under the water of the wave. I was frightened. At that time, he was frightened. And father laughed. But father was laughing at William Douglas. But there was terror in my heart at the overpowering force of the waves. and from that incident or from that day, there developed a kind of fear, we can say a kind of fear or a kind of aversion or a kind of feeling of hatredness in the mind of William Douglas. So this was the experience of William Douglas. Now I want one of you to share his or her experience. Who will share? Please stand up. Aditya Tiwari.
Once upon a time in summer season, I went to my uncle's house. My uncle arranged a plan to go for a picnic at the nearby river. My cousins are very excited to go for a picnic, but I was not, because I have a fear of water. On Sunday morning, we were departed from the house to the river. We reached the river bank at 9 a.m. by the family car. The atmosphere of the river bank was very clear and the flow of water is so mild. My cousins decided to swim and bath in the river. They also asked me, but I denied. Then they go for swim. I had a phobia of water. Then I decided to stay away from water. But my cousins were not in support with me. They made a plan to throw me in the water. They did. They threw me very forcefully in the water. I was scared and everything seems darkened. I think that it is the last day of my life, but it was not. After some time, I summoned all my strength and come out from the water and then go again into the water by myself. And from that day, I lost my fear of water. Now I have no fear of water.
Okay, thank you, Aditya. We have Aditya. Here also the same phobia, water phobia. Generally, when we are in the childhood, we get such type of experiences. Okay, so thank you all of you. Those who have shared his or her interesting childhood experiences. The rest of the lesson we will continue tomorrow. Thank you.